One day, the disciples, or say the followers, came to their master and asked, Master, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? The master then called a child, whom he put among them, and said, Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever becomes humble like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. It isn't always about the money. Sometimes it is just about doing something that makes the other person happy. That's what it means to find happiness in immaterial things. That is exactly what today's session is about. We are about to read Rabindranath Tagore's beautiful poem, The Last Bargain. And before I go on, let me tell you something about this immortal poet. Born on 7th of May 1861, Rabindranath Tagore was a Bengali poet, short story writer, song composer, playwright, essayist, and painter. That's quite an extraordinary list, don't you think? He was a highly influential figure who had managed to introduce the Indian culture to the West and vice versa. That's the reason why he is regarded as the outstanding creative artist of the early 20th century India. In 1913, he became the first non-European to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature. Isn't that impressive? Apart from that, he had published several books on poetry in the 1880s. One of them is Manasi, a collection that marks his genius. His other notable works include the poetry collection by the name of Sonar Tari and plays like Chitrangada. Tagore's poems are virtually untranslatable, and so are his songs, though they are more than 2,000, which has achieved considerable popularity among all classes of Bengali society. So, have you ever been to the market with your mother or father? If yes, you must have seen them bargaining with the shopkeepers or vendors to lower the price of a product. So, well, that is called bargaining, where a thing bought or offered for sale much more cheaply than the usual price.
Come and hire, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, but his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot.
The poem opens with a man crying in the morning to be hired by someone. Come and hire me. Here, the word hire means to employ someone for wages or salary. While he was walking on a stone-paved road looking for someone to hire him or to employ him, he came across the king, who was coming in his chariot. The king immediately took the man's hand in his hand and offered to buy his services with his power. He tried to convince him that his power could buy all the happiness in the world. But however, the man wasn't convinced. He didn't want to get suppressed under a mighty man's power. He didn't want to be controlled by someone powerful. So therefore, he moved on.
In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away.
The man kept walking. It was almost midday, and it was quite a hot day. He only came across houses with doors that were shut. Wandering along, which means roaming about aimlessly, the crooked lane, he soon came across an old man who was holding a bag full of gold. He thought for a while and told the speaker that he would hire him with his money. The old man offered to pay the man with his gold in return of his services. The old man started counting his coins one by one. This shows his attachment to those pieces of material. But the speaker is certainly unhappy about what he saw and thus turned away.
It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark.
Now the evening had set in, yet the man was unable to find a person whose offer would attract him. He came across a garden full of beautiful flowers. He came across a beautiful young lady standing there. The lady offered to hire the man with a smile. The man realized that her beauty or smile was also not forever. Her smile faded away and tears replaced it. The man moved on, leaving the lady all by herself. Here, the speaker experiences the change that comes over when people grow old.
আমারও পরানো যা চাই তুমি তাই